me feeling like I'm academics. Can't
6 hours tonight. We locked in for 6. So you gotta go fuck your bitch tonight, or you don't wanna hang out with me no more? What's up? Well, why you asking me for time? It's like y'all want me to hurry this shit up. So let's actually start there. So the Yella Beezy, what the fuck is this? Okay, this Yella Beezy hearing happened where we find out a bunch of information that the police knew. Apparently, the police claim that Yella Beezy pulled out $40,000 out of his bank account in subsequent days after the murder. Now, in a vacuum, that doesn't sound like anything, but they're trying to use that to suggest that he was taking our money to pay the shooter. Now, obviously, his defense is going to have a field day with that. Yo, he's a rich millionaire who's a musician, probably an entrepreneur. He might take out $40,000 for anything. He might want to give his bitch some money. Who knows? But they're trying to say that was either a part of the payment or partially because he was making a payment to the shooter. Now, the shooter is testifying against him. So the guy who killed MO3 is actually he's the lead witness. Now, that's good and bad for Yella Beezy. The guy who is caught in 4K camera chasing somebody down with a Draco or whatever and shooting him dead in broad daylight. Okay, and by the way, we also have that footage, which we've never seen before. So I'm going to say, trigger warning a little bit. But, yeah, if the guy who pretty much is caught dead to rights, if he wants to snitch, how could we trust him when he's clearly just saving his own ass? Like, he'd probably tell on his own mama. You don't know who will tell on, right? So this is going to be an interesting case, and I'm guessing prosecutors will reveal more as it comes along. I'm going to play a little bit of this, but before then, let me actually pull up if you've never seen the footage of supposedly what happened during the MO3 situation. MO3 was driving on the highway. Supposedly a man followed him, and some altercation happened, and essentially MO3 basically pulled over the car. He was trying to cut MO3 off. MO3 was trying to go around the other side of the car, supposedly to get his gun, right? By that time, the guy who blocked him off hopped out of the car and started chasing him, but let me just show you the video, okay?
A local rapper charged for a rival rapper's murder had his bond reduced today from $2 million to $750,000.
The bond hearing was this morning for Yella Beezy, whose real name is Marquise Conway. Fox 4's Sean Rabb in studio now with the details.
Okay, actually, now this is what I wanted to play.
And Your Honor, this is, just for context, this is approximately noon on I-35 heading northbound. This video is taken from a Kroger 18-wheeler, and this is heading north I-35 into downtown Dallas on November 11th, 2020.
So basically, they had all this on pretty much a dash cam video from like a truck. And you're going to see the whole thing unfold in front of this one truck. Truck is driving. This is on the main highway, supposedly in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They're driving. You're going to see on the left here, like a vehicle seems to kind of either approach or yeah. Now, this is supposedly the killer's vehicle. I know you can't see it that well. The killer's vehicle is here. By the way, I don't know what vehicle he's in. Can't tell. Shit look like a Honda to me, but who cares if it was? This look like some like one of them little Dodge cars, Charger, SRT, whatever the fuck y'all niggas be calling that bullshit. So this car, this is where the killer's in. MO3 is in this car. You could tell he's trying to, again, we now hear it's a hit, but if he's fought, like at this point, I don't know if they're having an argument, like through the wind. I don't know what's going on. Because if I'm MO3, I'm not stopping that fucking car if you think that motherfucker is trying to kill you. Well, I'm pussy, so I'm driving straight to the police station. But you're going to see what happens, okay? They're driving. This guy, it looks like he's trying to stay ahead of MO3, but also kind of block him in, that he's not swerving all over the place. They keep going. Now, here's the thing. I got to believe if MO3 is in this vehicle, I got to believe that MO3, it doesn't really feel like he's that much in danger or that this person is trying to kill him. You get what I'm saying? And the reason why I got to believe that is that the dude passes him. MO3 could have slowed down. Let's say the guy's going 60. Reduce your speed to 30. Okay? Now, granted, there might not be no exits to get off the freeway, but still, let him go further in traffic, create some space with cars in between you, right? Now, I know I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this, so, forgive me. Okay, now they're getting into a little bit of traffic here.
Now, Your Honor, if I could...
And MO3 looked like he's trying to go in front of MO3. As soon as he tries to go in front of MO3, MO3 switches out the lane.
Court's attention, if you look on the... I've stopped this video at 19 seconds. You see a gold sedan in the far left lane and a black sedan in the second lane to the left. The gold sedan will be the vehicle carrying the victim, and the black sedan is the vehicle driven by Q1 White, who is then the shooter, based off of the evidence we have.
Okay. So dude's gonna try to cut in front of MO3. MO3 gonna try to get around him again. Right there, MO3 he's trying to get out, but the dude starts to middle the lane. So MO3 almost swerves and he almost hits his truck, and the truck kind of realizes some shit's going on, so he just kind of just moves over. Right? Yeah, he just moves over. Like, what the fuck? You almost hit me. And then what ends up happening is that MO3 actually comes, and this is kind of a little bit bizarre. That's why I know this is called a hit, but I have to reasonably believe that MO3 just thought this was an argument. Because if you think someone is there to kill you, I'm not having a standoff in the middle of the highway. I'm keep driving. I'm flooring it, right? I'm keep flooring this bitch, okay? But MO3 actually stops, but it appears MO3 must have been under the assumption, oh, this pussy nigga is playing with me. Maybe recognize the guy or recognize the car. And he's like, let me go get my chopper. So he stops the car. By the way, the vehicle behind this is not AI or CGI. They stop, and they stop abruptly, and you're going to see MO3 hop out of the car. By the way, you can see this guy, he also, he seems like he's on a hit. I don't know where they were coming from before, but he's like, fuck traffic, because he's just parked diagonally in the freeway right now. MO3, if I'm him, I'm driving straight. If I got to hit the front of your vehicle, I'm driving straight. However, MO3 hops out the car and looks like he's trying to go around the car to go get his weapon, okay? Now, he clearly looks like he knows this is trouble because he keeps his eye on that car. And this is where it kind of gets crazy because the dude hops out the car and it appears he starts shooting. So it looked like MO3 is trying to grab his gun. I don't know where the gun could be. Some people say it was in the glove compartment. Well, I would think if you're driving, you could just unlock the glove compartment with your right hand and get the gun, unless it's one of those cars that sometimes they have another compartment or something that you kind of have to be in the right side of shit to, you know? But anyway, he's there. It looked like he's trying to get the gun, but this guy's hopping out. He already got the gun in hand. And by the MO3 kind of flinches, so I'm guessing maybe he shot then. Look, we're not hearing audio, but look right here. Yeah, you see that instant, like kind of, I'm thinking maybe it was a shot fire. And then, so he's ducking, he's whatever. The dude starts chasing him. Looks like he doesn't get the gun. And if we're assuming he was going for the gun, he doesn't get the gun. The guy thought he was still behind because he has tints, thought he was still behind here. He realized MO3 kind of ducked around the back. He sees MO3 kind of running behind the truck. And now this guy's on a mission. I suppose he has like a little face mask on. By the way, this looks like a license plate here. So even though this is a drill, this kind of feels like a dumb hit, but whatever. It looks like this was a crash out hit. This guy is firing into oncoming traffic where some of these vehicles probably don't even know what's happening. It's probably slowing, but could have been an accident. They don't know what's going. This guy's just firing shots trying to get MO3, right? And he runs past here, and I don't think there's a follow-up video, but he eventually hits MO3, and I don't know if he walked him down and, you know, try to finish him while he was on the ground or whatever, but he definitely did hit MO3, and MO3 subsequently died from those injuries. You could tell at least one lane was operable, and people started saying, I'm out of here, okay? This is that Texas shit, okay? Like, niggas is out. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're going to see some black smoke here, which I don't know what that's from. It appears that it's from this car that was, like, speeding out or whatever, like it was skidding out. From this car, actually. And I ain't gonna lie, based on based on the tire marks here, and I mean, this vehicle might just have a bad, what do you call it again, exhaust system, whatever, because with all that black smoke. I'm thinking this hit either a car tire or some type of fluid, because this doesn't look right with this tire mark going here. It's not rainy, it's not wet. And with this other car, I'm guessing this nigga was just shooting a shit ton of shots. You know what I mean? It's Texas. This nigga might have 100 in the clip. So it looked like he killed MO3 at that point. He's running back, hops in the vehicle, and at that point, he just takes off. And that is.
Stop this at 1 minute and 37 seconds.
That is the end. Now, fortunately for, the family of MO3 and of course for investigators, this camera footage existed because it looked like the truck just stayed there. Which, if I was a truck, I'd have probably just said, yo, y'all do y'all killing over there. I'm knocking both of y'all vehicles out the way, but yeah.
Does not return into the frame.
Okay. Some people say, why would he get out the car? Again, hindsight's 2020. I'm pretty sure he's like, yo,
I'm gonna go back to what
oh, niggas is playing with me. Let me grab my gun. Let me go handle him real quick. Whatever. Okay. So that's really so that's what happened in the actual incident. So now we know Yella Beezy is not charged. And by the way, if you guys don't know, the person who was charged, or the shooter, supposedly the shooter who's running here is testifying against Yella Beezy. He's claiming Yella Beezy paid me to do it. So clearly, which by the way, his trial hasn't taken place yet. So he's clearly trying to get a plea deal. Maybe he gets 20 years, 25 years, but he doesn't get life. I don't think they were going for the death penalty. But he's hoping to testify against Yella Beezy, send Yella Beezy in for life, and he gets 15, 20 years. You get what I'm saying? Now, this is what happened at the hearing from Yella Beezy, right? Check this out. And they're going to give us some more details.
To the individuals present and involved in this conversation, the state's witness will also testify.
That's the shooter.
Keith Conway, the defendant, being present and involved.
Is he look over? He looks over like, damn, your witness is my shooter?
In this conversation, the state's witness will testify to the amount of money that was to be paid for the murder. A state's witness will testify to the individuals responsible for the payment. That state's witness will also testify that Marquise Conway was one of the individuals responsible for a portion of that payment. A state's witness will also testify to the individual who would receive this payment. The state's witness will testify that Kewan White was, in fact, the individual to receive this payment, who was originally indicted in State's Exhibit Number 1, the probable cause, which is before this court. The state's witness would also testify that Kewan White, or to who shot and killed Melvin Noble. This witness would also testify to Kewan White being the individual who shot and killed Mr. Noble on November 11th of 2020. Again, this conversation took place in the days following Mr. Noble's murder. The state has also had an opportunity to review bank records of the defendant, Marquise Conway. These records would show that the defendant drew $40,000.
Ooh. See, those are the details right there. Shit. How much did they pay for the murder for Young Dolph? Oh, Young Dolph's murder was $100,000, right? Damn. That's the going rate to get somebody killed? Sad.
Days following the murder of Melvin Noble. And for the record, that was a cash withdrawal.
Now, that's very purely circumstantial. I take money out the bank, now you're saying that I paid for a murder? Nigga, I could have been taking that out because I'm about to hit the strip club. If my enemy just happened to catch a stroke, he trip or he fall off a building, I might go to the strip club and turn up. I might take some money out. I don't mean that I hired a nigga to shoot him. Now, granted, I'm playing very devil's advocate here, Chad. You know? We're looking, again, it seems like they're relying heavily on the shooter being trustworthy and honest, and that's going to be tough. But let's see what else they got.
These records would correspond to the exact amount which the state's witness would testify to. In reviewing these records, the state also became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account with one particular bank. 370 of which was in.
Chat, I hear the story about young Scooter. I'm gonna get to it after this. I gotta wrap the topic first, okay? Chat, trust me, I see you. Like, this is not pre-recorded. I'm live. But let's give everything its due diligence and justice, and we'll get to young Scooter after this. I'm finding out details about it. People are hitting me. Trust me, I'm gonna line up. We're gonna do good coverage of that too. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let's finish this, okay?
Checking account, a little over $500,000, which was in a savings account. The state at this time would like to publish to the court what's been marked as state's exhibit.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm surprised Yella Beezy had that much money. I know he had a song, "It's on me, baby. It's on me, baby." But like, I really thought these niggas was like, come on, bro. Like, how much money does they're not touring, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You got just $1 million chilling in the bank. Okay, not bad. I seen why. He got sued and he lost a lawsuit to a guy named Rainwater, which is MO3's manager. I think he beat him up, and MO3's manager sued, and MO3 manager was awarded like $300,000. And I was wondering. I was like, Yella Beezy guy like that? Apparently he does.
Became aware and believed that they would show that the defendant had anywhere between $800 and $900, but more specifically, $870,000 between a checking account and a savings account with one particular bank. 370 of which was in a checking account, a little over $500,000, which was in a savings account. The state at this time would like to publish to the court what's been marked as State's Exhibit number 3, which is the video of the offense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, before that's published, could I?
Your Honor, it
All right, so then we
was
skip.
recovered on the freeway on November 11, 2020.
Okay, we know about the incident. We want to figure out how they know Yella Beezy did it, other than the shooter saying it. Now, I think this is Yella Beezy's mom, real quick.
Miss Alexander, are you currently employed?
No, I retired from Dallas County in 2014.
Now, when you tell the judge you retired from Dallas County in 2014, what was your occupation?
Deputy clerk.
And just for the record, a deputy clerk, what does a deputy clerk do?
Process paperwork from the attorneys for the judge. Basically handle paperwork for the courts.
And this is a building that you were employed, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And back in the clerk's room, where in the old days we had a lot of paperwork, lawyers would take the file.
Okay, so she was a clerk before. So that helps Yella Beezy because his mom, I think this is his mom, is an upstanding citizen. She used to work in the court system. So when a judge considering should we lower his bond from $2 million, it actually does make him look a little bit, okay, his mom used to work in the court system. Maybe he's not that much of a delinquent. He's presumed innocent until proven guilty. $2 million might be too much, right?
Was he born and raised here in Dallas County?
Yes, he was.
And does he currently work here in Dallas County?
Yes, he's an entertainer.
Okay, and as an entertainer, so we can explain to the court what type of entertainment does he do?
Music.
And has he done well in his music career?
Yes.
And in the music career, you have a persona, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And it's a persona out there for your career is different with the family fold, is that right?
Right.
him being your grandson, did he go to church here in Dallas County?
Yes, he went to church with me often. That was one of my requirements when he'd spend the weekend.
And how often do you talk and have a relationship with
Okay, I just want to get to like the relevant parts.
in the courtroom
Yes, she is.
in Dallas County or Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex?
Vicinity, yes.
Does he have any children?
Football games. Jackson was my Yeah.
Okay, so that's Yella Beezy's lawyer, kind of like, you know, this is almost like a character type of person who they're saying, hey, if you allow him to get out, he's surrounded with good people that can make sure he keeps out of trouble until he goes to court.
Murder. And this happened back in 2020. You're aware, you saw the video and you had a $50,000 bond based on, do you believe that Mr. Conway could post a $250,000 bond?
I'm pretty sure we can get it together.
And are you telling this court that he's not able to post a $2 million bond?
No, he's not.
Yo, that's how your mama should be. Yeah, nah, you don't got no 2 mil. 2 mil? 2 mil where? 2 mil? Hell no. A quarter mil? Maybe we could get that together. W moms.
That's the witness.
Cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Ms. Alexander.
Good morning.
My name is Tommy Adams. If you have any questions with my questions, if I don't form them in a good way, please just ask me to repeat myself and I will do so, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you being down. This could set bonds on different level offenses within this courthouse.
Yes.
So, sir, his mom's job up there is just to make sure they understand he don't got that much money. I know you see the jewelry, but it's fake. You see the houses, it's rented. You see the cars, he don't own them. Now, granted, you got to cap it up. It's court, my nigga. Like, you can't tell him the real truth, you know what I mean?
And are you aware that that bond schedule has since been done away with and was subject to a federal lawsuit against all the district judges within Dallas County?
No.
Okay. Now, when you talk about your grandson being an entertainer, I mean, he's more than just an entertainer, correct?
Yes.
He's, in fact, a double platinum artist, correct?
Right.
They try to make him seem rich.
Now, going back to 2020
Mama know the assignment.
and the years leading up to that, well, let me ask you this. Are you aware of your grandson owning a 2017 Denali?
Yes.
And what is special about that Denali?
It's bulletproof.
It's bulletproof. Now, Ms. Alexander,
Mama staying 10 toes down on that stand.
I can't imagine in all your years working here at the clerk's office that you ever felt like you needed a bulletproof vehicle.
I don't need one.
Now, Ms. Alexander, would you agree with me that in 2020 and the years leading up to 2020, that there was a lot of stuff going on in the city of Dallas surrounding, and to be quite honest, our victim Melvin Noble and your grandson Marquise Conway?
I try not to delve into Facebook.
She not aware.
And hearsay, because I know him for myself. So.
Well, let me ask it this way: are you aware your grandson was shot in Plano?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, that's a grandmother.
You weren't there at 3 a.m., were you?
I was at the hospital.
Correct. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, W grandmoms.
But you would agree with me that even if you're not on Facebook, I mean, this stuff was on TMZ. I think your grandson even did an interview on TMZ with those folks on live TV about this. So you're aware that there was a back and forth going on in this city involving your grandson as well as Mr. Noble, the complainant in this capital murder case. You're aware of that at least, right?
Yes, somewhat.
Okay. Is that the reason your grandson felt the need to get a bulletproof Denali?
Nah.
No, he felt the need because people are jealous, and you
W
don't know
grandma.
who's gonna do what, when, or where.
He's scrambling and scraping right now. He don't know what to do. Grandma holding it down.
Now, Are you aware of whether or not he had to, if a Denali comes that way off the lot, or do you have to actually pay money to get something like that done?
I don't know.
I have no idea how it happened, where it happened, why.
Good, nah, she held it.
And then when they followed up with whether or not he could make a $2 million bond, that's when he said no, he cannot. Correct?
Yeah, watch.
Right.
Yeah, he
Now,
broke. He broke.
Especially with all of your experience here in the county and working in the clerk's office, you're aware that when somebody has a $2 million bond, they can pay only 10% of that. Correct?
Yes.
With a bondsman's help.
Uh-huh.
Now, your grandson is a double platinum recording artist, correct?
Correct.
And he lives in a mansion in Frisco, correct?
Does he? He ain't invite me to the crib. We don't be having Thanksgiving over there. I don't know where you live.
Correct.
And he has houses in other states, correct?
And I'm not aware of that.
Are you aware of him paying and helping to support other individuals in the family and also extended family and friends?
I'm not into his business like that.
W
You
grandmoms.
agree with me that your grandson is substantially well off, correct?
No.
He might used to be, but
He fell off. He broke down. Yo, W grandma. Chat, this is a win. You got to act like he broke to get the bond down.
if he could make a $2 million bond, he'd be out.
Would you agree with me, though, that there's a difference between can, want to, and choosing not to?
I'm aware of all of those things, but I know he don't want to be in here, so I know if he could afford it, he'd be out. Plus, he has other bills. He don't just have money laying around.
Sure. Now, Ms. Alexander, if I wanted to reach out to Ms. Rush, your daughter, what would be the best phone number to reach her at?
She's not my daughter.
Okay. Mr. Conway,
Yo, she's stone cold with these answers. This is how you know she was working in the court system.
his mother, if I was going to reach out to her, what would be the best phone number to reach out to her at?
You don't have that information?
If you were going to reach out to her, not me.
Judge, I'm going to object to bantering with the witness and relevancy here. We're kind of veering off to and getting in discovery. The state hadn't showed us their case. They made a proffer here. It seems like they can do their discovery outside the courtroom.
Objection overruled. You may proceed. Ma'am, you need to answer the question.
What was it?
If you were going to call Ms. Rush, what number would you call her at? If you need to check your phone, I'd be happy to wait.
This is an improper question. I know the judge has overruled me on this, but there is a fear of this getting out.
Well, it's
And
out there now.
I would ask the court to seal the number. The prosecutor had it.
The court's going to overrule your objection.
Okay.
Remember, the only emergency contact person he lists is himself. Here. Defense wants this portion to be sealed. I'm fine with that too, but I think this is important information, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Enough of that.
Franklin, 1.5 million, and I believe that was in.
They're going over his finances. Let me just go to the judge making this order, and this is what the judge pretty much says.
But the court also took into consideration the evidence or lack of evidence that the state presented. That was a factor also. Another concern I had was the financial statement that the defendant was to put on file. He didn't seem to take that very seriously at all. And that causes me concern about whether or not he's taking seriously the allegations against him. So I am going to set the bond at $750,000.
Which is a W. So basically, Yella Beezy nor his family, nor what they filled out and gave the court, they didn't tell the court nothing about really what money he got. The prosecutor, through their, whatever, and also probably them, working with the bank, they came to figure or, put out a number saying he has almost $1 million cash right now. So this guy got money, he could afford it, and Yella Beezy basically showed up to court saying, I don't got it. His grandma said, he don't got it. And they submitted a subpar financial statement, and the judge is saying, I'm going to reduce it, but I'm not satisfied with the fact that y'all didn't give a real serious breakdown of whatever, but it at least reduces the bond from $2 million to $750. So that's pretty much what happened. He got, it was dismissed for the day, and he's expected to either walk out of jail if he hasn't already today. He's expected to do in the subsequent days because, as you guys should know, 10%, which usually bail bondsmen would take for a bond, $750,000, 10% would be $75,000, and reasonably, I think he'll be able to handle that if he has $1 million in the bank, right? Cool, all good. All right, all good. We're getting some breaking news and kind of an interesting but sad pivot here. The rapper Young Scooter